Hi, Sarah here from Running Shoes Guru. Today we're taking a look at GPS sports watches and we're taking a look at the Garmin 245 Music. This is my favourite GPS watch that I have tested and reviewed, so here's why. If you like our videos, if you like our content, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Add any questions in the comments below. So starting with the not so great, what I didn't love about the Garmin 245 Music was the design. It looks pretty much like a standard sports watch, not particularly premium. Quite plasticky, quite thick and chunky. It wasn't too uncomfortable on the wrist though. Even though it was big, it did sit quite nicely, it didn't move around too much, and the strap did a good job of keeping it in place as it should. But saying that, it wasn't the sort of watch you'd want to wear out for dinner or just day to day. It's pretty much just for going out for a run, getting the work done, and then taking it off again afterward. So the sensors included on the Garmin 245 are, of course, GPS. There's a wrist heart rate monitor. There's an option to connect to external heart rate monitor. So I use a MyZone belt and the GPS connects up with that and gives you a more accurate reading, which is great if you're doing heart rate training in different zones on a run. There's also an option for an external cycling device. There's a pulse oxygen sensor, general activity tracker, a gyroscope, so a cadence tracker, and ANT Plus feature as well, so you can connect to treadmills, things like that. So hardware wise, it's got 5 physical buttons on the outside. They're the opposite way round to the Polar Vantage, so if you've been using that, it just takes a little while to switch them over, but the same place as all of the Garmin trackers. It is also labelled with what the buttons are. There's no touch screen, so you can't accidentally touch it on a run. I quite like that about sports watches. You need to give it a good press to start or stop. It also vibrates when you start or stop a run, so you know if you've accidentally touched something. The display I found to be really good, so it's fully personalisable. You can go on the Garmin Plus app and choose your watch face. You can have as much information on there as you like, loads of information such as like the date, time, steps, how much battery's left, your calories you've burnt. You can change that really easily on the watch to be personalised to you, whatever information you want on there. If you've used any Garmin watch before and have the Garmin Connect app, you can get up and running straight away. The features are all the same, all the buttons and functions are in the same places, so it's really easy if it is just an upgrade for you. If it's not, if it's your first Garmin, it's also really self-explanatory. On the buttons, it says what they do. It says start, stop, back, up, down, and light. So it's difficult to make mistakes. You can just look at it and press those buttons and work it out as you go along. From getting it out the box to putting it on, as long as it's charged, you can be out for a run in around 10 minutes. So that was really great. So for a run, I found the Garmin 245 to be fantastic. It was super easy to start the run. The top right hand button, you just press run, either treadmill or just run and then go. The display is super clear. There's also loads of information on there, so it tells you the time, your current pace, how long you've been running for, the distance. It's really clear in sunlight and when it's a little bit darker as well. It also vibrates when you get to a kilometre, so you can just check down really quickly to check your pace, see how long it's taken you so far. It's also really lightweight, so it's only 41 grams, so it really didn't bother me on a run. Another fantastic feature is you can connect it to your headphones and load up your music from Spotify if you've got a Spotify premium account. So you don't have to take your phone out with you, which I found to be absolutely fantastic. Just headphones, watch and go. So a couple of features I loved about the Garmin 245. Firstly was the run settings. So there's 4 different data screens that are all customised and with the information that you want them to show. For example, distance, time, pace, even heart rate. It lets you know if you've reached or exceeded those certain thresholds. It's really easy to scroll through on a run by just pressing the scrolling buttons. Secondly was a training plan. So you can use Garmin Coach, which you set through the app, to plan in to run a 5k, 10k, up to a marathon. How long you've got to run it. So if you want to run it in a few months' time, it plots your training sessions, you put in your time goal, and it creates a training plan around those goals that you've set yourself. There's also an emergency assistance option as well, where you can press a button to notify a set emergency contact if you need any assistance or if you have any problems during a run. It will also give you the trail of where you've gone, so they can help you in a case of an emergency. So when it comes to activity tracking, there's absolutely loads you can do with this watch. You can set them all online. There's 6 different activities you can select. There's always cycling, running and walking on there, but you can also add in swimming, yoga, hiking, and the activity tracker can be used to track things like your heart rate, your steps per day, how many calories you've burnt, your sleep, although I found the sleep to be really unreliable. It was saying I'd had at least 10 hours sleep a night, where I absolutely hadn't. I think compared to the Fitbit, which I find to be really accurate when it comes to sleep data, the Garmin massively over-eggs how much you've slept there. With the sleep app, it does tell you how many minutes of deep, light, rapid eye movement sleep you've had, to the quality as well. This then feeds into body battery, and it tells you out of 100 how much body battery you've got. So if you're getting down to the lower numbers, it's telling you it's time to go to bed to recharge your own batteries as well. Things that affect this are how much sleep you've had and how much activity you've done as well. So there's a few other really great functions on the Garmin 245. Firstly, it is a smartwatch, so your notifications from your phone come through. So if you're on a run and you want to see a WhatsApp message, that pops through onto the phone screen and is really easy to read as well. It's also got a pulse ox sensor, which measures the oxygen saturation in your blood, if you're interested in that sort of thing. It's mostly used in hospitals, this feature, so I'm not sure actually why it's on the watch. But if you live at sea level, the value should be close to 100, and as you go up to higher altitudes, the pulse ox shows lower values because there's less oxygen. If you like that sort of thing, then great. I'm not sure what value it adds personally. My favourite feature on the watch was the fact you could add your music or podcasts. So you can use Spotify if you've got a premium account. It took me a while to go through the steps to add it in. I just followed a video, but once I'd got it added on, it was really simple. The watch also connects to Wi-Fi, so you can sync your phone and your watch really fast. The music comes up there, and you can have up to 500 songs, so plenty to keep you going on a run. Another cool feature, and especially if you like running on holiday or to explore new places, the watch will tell you how to get back home again. You can upload a route onto the watch, and it tells you which direction to run if you're obviously listening through your headphones, and it will take you back to your starting position in a straight line or back the way you came, which is great if you often get lost on runs. Another interesting function is it calculates your stress level. So this is based on compiling information during the day and looking at that body battery. So it tells you how stressed you are, when you need to take a rest. If you love that sort of information, then great. It also really easily connects to your phone, so all your messages, emails, your diary, so things you've got coming up come through. And then last but not least, it's super personalisable. So you can go onto the Garmin IQ store, download loads of different watch faces, and choose how you want the screen to look, both in standby mode and when you're training. You can also download the Deezer or Spotify applications to use with the phone too. Thank you for watching today. If you want to see more of our reviews, we've got loads more videos on technology and running shoes on our YouTube channel. Click like and subscribe to get notifications when we upload new ones. Any feedback, pop in the comments below. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.